Hey guys!
What is up? What is up? Welcome back to another G-Mineo video. I'm your host, Paul.
I'm Brady.
And we are back with another Back for Blood discussion here. And what are we discussing today, Brady?
We just had the December update. December update drop. And we played a little bit, and we've been looking at the notes, and we're excited to talk about it today.
We talked about it in our last December patch video as well, but this update came with a lot of good changes, and so
let's just get right into it.
Let's just get right into it. Let's see if Back for Blood is indeed saved. All right, first and foremost, we got some major changes here. First one on the list, we finally got an offline mode.
Thank God.
Thank goodness.
This is probably the biggest thing that came from the update, in my opinion, just because it allows people to, it allows more access for people to play. And yeah, I think this is something that needed to happen before the game came out, but I am happy that they had it out within 3 months of the game releasing.
We got a new supply line coming around, and it's called Roving Merchants. So this one, instead of the original 3 supply lines, the top, middle, and bottom, we have a 4th supply line that is on a rotation basis, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
You have a small window of time where you can use those supply lines and buy the cards from it.
I'm excited for this one. It opens up an opportunity for them to, like, in the future, maybe add some more stuff, like litter that isn't a full supply line, but if they're like, oh, let's drop this new card, they could just drop it into the roving merchant, and maybe that's like harder to come by or that sort of stuff, or maybe that's how like you can get new skins, that sort of thing. But I'm excited by it. I think it just allows for more opportunity for customization and for you to get the stuff you want before you go through the rest of the supply lines to get those items.
True. Yeah, and like for players who have been grinding those supply points and have already bought everything there is to buy, I think this is a great new addition to add more things that they could use those supply points with.
Yeah, speaking of that, we have a new card type.
Ooh, a new card type.
If you really want to be using that roving merchant, you'll be getting a lot of those new card types, which is the burn card type.
The burn cards?
Yeah, have you heard of that?
What do the burn cards do, Brady?
The burn cards are like a one-time use thing that gives you a buff for that round. This is really cool because it kind of works on with like all the ways to play.
True.
Like you're gonna want burn cards to use with every single deck. So I would suggest having these. There's many that like get you more copper or get you different kinds of guns. I would say they're a little expensive right now, considering that they can be like 80 supply points for a burner card. I would say I'd prefer it to be more on the like 30 to 40 range, because once you use it, you can't use it again. So having it be the cost of a normal card seems to be a little expensive, but we'll see how that changes in the future. But I would say nonetheless that it's a great addition to the game, and I think it'll change a lot of people's playstyles as we move forward. We interrupt this program to bring you an exciting announcement.
Drum roll, please. G-Mineo is officially launching our brand new Discord.
Yay!
Woo!
We here at G-Mineo have been working hard to create a space where we can interact with you and engage with you all in cool discussions about League, Dead by Daylight, Back for Blood, and everything else.
There will be fun events and giveaways, Q&As, and you can even come play games with the G-Mineo crew.
So keep an eye out for the Discord coming in January 2022.
And always remember,
game it till you make it. Bye guys.
And we also have a holiday seasonal event, and this one, I'm gonna say, you know, it's a little bit disappointing.
It's a little bit of a bust.
Honestly, all it is just, you know, new skins, new decorations, and, you know, maybe some more accessories. But we were honestly expecting like a whole event, maybe, like a game mode that we could play.
Yeah, like we had Dead by Daylight recently, add the little snowmen that changed the game for like that whole month. We were thinking that maybe even in like at least PvP, there might be some sort of event that you could be doing with other people, but it seems like it was just kind of, again, skins and reskinning for Hope. So, you know, back to the old days. What do you think? A pop or a flop?
Oh, this is way back to the old
way back
days.
throwback.
I'm gonna say this one is a flop.
I'm gonna say it's a flop too.
And we also have new cards that are not burn cards. We have additions of 3 new cards. All 3 of them are gonna be doing something with the quick slot inventory, either increasing it by 1 or 2, or increasing the team quick slot inventory.
And another change that happened with that is that barbed wire has been moved to the quick slot inventory.
Oh.
I would always like just get rid of the barbed wire as soon as I could find a grenade. But if it's in the quick slot inventory, I feel like you could have that for, you know, opportunities where you need to camp out a spot.
There are new card changes as well. More specifically, there has been changes to speed cards. Overall, it's been a nerf to all of the speed cards because, you know, the devs have been realizing there's a lot of speed builds out there that just have one person just going through the whole campaign.
You ruined it for us, guys.
Yeah, just leaving their team behind, and so they're nerfing all the speed down. Combat cards overall, they got a nice buff.
Good buff, yeah.
Yeah, the devs really want to promote like a slow and steady kind of play style overall, so they got a little buff to their damages and also resistances as well. Healing cards also got a buff. Temporary healing, trauma recovery, and just instant health. All 3 of those categories, they all got a little bit of something. And last but not least, we have corruption cards. There's a little few changes to that. Corruption boss cards will no longer start at the beginning of the act. Thank goodness
God.
for that. And the hag will no longer stack with boss objectives.
Well, we had one round where it was like, yeah, the fog, the hag, and we had to do an ogre at one point too. And it was just like, how do you get through something like that, you know? And some of you were mad at us for saying it was too hard. But look at this. We got a difficulty change.
So far, I mean, there has been different percentages lowered and stats and stuff like that, but overall, the general gist is all difficulties have been made easier. Recruit, Veteran, and Nightmare. There hasn't been a 4th difficulty added just yet.
But for those of you who hate yourselves, that will be coming soon enough.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll give you like some impossible level.
Yeah, I like that this is becoming more of an accessible game for most gamers. Most gamers who don't have, you know, 10 to 15 hours a week even to play, you know, one specific game. Like when we play, you know, probably like 5 hours a week. And that's not enough to get through Nightmare pre-patch, but it might be enough to get through Nightmare post-patch. So I'm really excited to dive back into it, and I'm really happy about these changes.
Honestly, looking at a lot of these changes on the list, the devs really put in a lot of work, I feel like, in this past couple months. And there's, you know, a lot more of these changes, you know, where it came from. There's a whole page just dedicated to all of the patch notes, all of the little bug fixes and everything as well. So make sure you guys look over every single detail. There's definitely changes that might honestly affect, you know, your view on the game and affect your playstyle. So we'll leave a link on it in the description below.
Yeah, and let us know what you guys think of the new patch down below, and if you want us to cover it in more detail. We know this was more of a overarching review of the new patch, but there is a lot to get into, and you know, there's a lot of new deck builds that you can be doing as well, so let us know down below. And thank you guys again so much for watching, but as always guys, game it till you make it. Bye guys.